you doing?
I'm good, thanks for asking. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so I think I spoke to a couple of you before after your game, but obviously you guys didn't have the start of the tournament you guys wanted. Obviously a tough loss against Montreal. What do you think was the reason for that loss? And do you think there's maybe chemistry building that needs to be done?
I think so too. I think we need a bit of chemistry between us. You know, like it was our first game together because since we got drafted, some of us don't know each other. Some of us played with us a couple times, and I think it's just chemistry-wise that we just need to play a bit more like team-wise. Like we have to just communicate more.
I feel like we're doing that too in the off-ice portion of the warm-up and all that. I feel like the boys are actually bonding now, so it's a positive.
Yeah, you were really in Nets like the first game. What would you like think about that?
Honestly, I had a pretty subpar performance. Honestly, I could have helped my team out definitely for sure. But I'm just gonna give him my all.
I know he's taking a lot of the blame for the first game, but it really wasn't like all him. So like you were like literally in the room. You wanted to, you were smashing his stick literally. You were. Right, but whatever, like it was the whole team. It was like Chris said, it's like a bonding where we're like starting to get in it. But obviously against the Red Wings, we just got like in the second and the third. It wasn't just about the chemistry and that. It was also like effort-wise and actually like hockey, like knowledge-wise. Like we got just outplayed. So we have to be ready for like those stronger teams. They have their chemistry already built in like for a couple of years now because even their coach told us that. He already knew who we want on his team, so it's not just chemistry-wise. It's also just we actually need to want it like, a little bit more bad.
Work hard.
Yeah, exactly. Work hard.
Yeah, so let's go back to that. You smashed your stick there.
I did not smash.
How hard is it as a goaltender to get your head back in the game? Like, yeah, it was a 3-2 after the first. Like, how hard was it to get back in the game, get set for the next period?
So, the position of like a goaltender, it's 80%. All in your head, so you have to be mentally prepared as well as physically prepared. So having good mental obviously comes with the position. I just felt like I had to reboot like my system, just like a computer, honestly, just restart and refocus. And I feel like I was able to do that in the second, but then stuff just changed to the third. But I know where I went wrong, and I'll change it for this last game of the day today, and hopefully for the rest of the tournament.
And you guys were talking on the bench, I guess, a little bit, like where to be. Like obviously you guys are all new with each other. Are you guys talking like, hey, I'm more of like a perimeter player. I'm more of a behind the net player. Like,
I hear a lot about that perimeter now.
Are you guys talking to each other on the bench? Like what's going on the bench?
Obviously, like the most part is like everybody has to communicate. Like even the goalies, like let's say there's like a man on somebody, the goalie has to like scream man on, just like to know like to tell your player that there's somebody on you. And there's like, when you guys have to communicate, that's the best part of like hockey because it's a team sport and you always have to communicate. That's a good thing.
How about you, buddy? You want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking in the locker room, like, whenever I'm coming off the bench, it's like, I'm not yelling, it's just, because, yeah, like you guys said, it's just too much. What did you guys said it was too much whenever it was coming off the bench, just yelling like on and on.
Oh no, that was him. That was him. He has a big voice, so he's like basically everything goes through.
I was talking to the boys.
Exactly. So we're like communicating obviously off the bench. Like maybe like after coach just like tells us like some little things between the periods. Obviously it's like us that like we actually like make like we're like yo next time like probably drive net a little bit harder or something like that. But obviously like what we say is not what we do sometimes. But yeah, so we're trying to like talk more. Obviously, we have that chemistry like going right now. Like we obviously feel that we're kind of like a team now, not just players on with the same logo.
Right.
But yeah, exactly.
Like we're playing for the logo right now. We're playing for the team because there's no name on our backs right now. You know.
Exactly.
It also like this all comes back to playing hard and working hard.
And who's been your toughest opponent so far? Like what team has given you a little bit more?
Red Wings.
The Red Wings,
It's not even because when we played the Habs, they obviously had like some they had some individuals like the number 10 and like some other players, but the Red Wings just had that depth and they had that connection between them that just like they brought them together. And like in the first period, I think it was like 1-1, so it was just it was a close game. But later on, like through that depth, they were just able to transition to the second and third and just keep on the gas while we kind of let off.
Yeah. So why do you think the Red Wings are so good?
honestly, they had a few good players. They just had their own chemistry from a few years ago, and they had a couple, but honestly, I just think it's just.
I think what you're trying to say is that like even when you're looking at them, they all have the same gloves. Like they like the green gloves. They've been playing on the same team. They already know what's gonna happen, and that's just like what we're lacking. Like maybe in the further like next games, like few next games, that might kind of like sip into our game, but I mean yeah, that's just why we kind of like lost. They had more goals. They even scored on the penalty kill shorthanded. Like that was just because of lack of effort, and yeah, that's just why they just kept on hammering on us, and we couldn't do anything against it. So that's why we think they're honestly right now one of the best teams in the tournament.
Right. And final question, boys. Do you guys think that you guys have a chance to win the whole thing?
I already said that in my on anybody could win. Look, we lost by like a good 4 goals, but it doesn't really matter because every single game's different, and if we just bring the effort, like
Everybody brings it.
Exactly.
So it's like a party. Everybody has to bring something. You understand? Like even the goalies. Like today we had a game that it was a rough set because like still it was Christmas break. It was a bit rough, but still it's not a reason. But you guys, we still have to play as a team, communicate, and like we have a chance. If we bring everything that we have to, we have a chance.
exactly, just bring value.
Yeah, we just gotta.
I think it's like who wants it more.
Even our coach told us if we lose, at least draw penalties, at least bring something. Do like just
There you go.
All right, thank you, boys. Thank you. Good luck.
Alright, thanks.